Hello everyone. Today I will demonstrate you some of the possible scenarios that Nio Stock can follow for these days. Initially, I would like to draw one more parallel channel due to the reason that some of much considerable issues can appear in our chart. As you can see, we have this uptrend for Nio Stock until now from 19 April. Okay, it's enough time frame for a good uptrend for some of the stocks like Neo. Okay, but what can happen right now, which is most important and can influence all of our portfolio. All of our portfolios. So as you can see in pre-market today, Neo Stock it opens on $5.35, and as you can recognize here, we have a breakdown at this level. So what's going on here? Okay, we can have a good breakdown here and can test this level again and go back at this level. Okay, this is some horizontal rise that we can see they provide our much strength for us to understand that it's a resistance level in case that this level could have this breakdown due to the reason that we can see in the past it has already worked as support level so many times here so many times on this previous. We had a good breakdown, just price come here, and this is the second an uptrend which can break down again. But in case that something like that can happen, we have some horizontal rise on or more an horizontal level which is much percentage down from this level that actually is the price right now. For example, the first one is almost on 10%, the second one on 15, on 17, okay, and the last one on 30%. Yeah, it has so big difference, and it has so much risk, which I believe that it is pointless to do something like that to open a trade for a long position. Okay, but for people who actually open the position right here and take all of this advantage here, and actually I advise you to close your half of portfolio and just leave the other half. They can actually leave the other portfolio to test this level again, because it can we have a good position, we have a good potential for an uptrend in case that this level can actually test it here. Okay, due to the reason that this original line not already tested, hasn't already tested, and I believe that it can provide us much strength. Okay, and as speculating can be much further in case that something like that can happen, because in case that the price just come here and then we have a good breakout on these levels, after that we can actually reach this level too. Okay, and it's much considerable to us to understand that it's a good structure for Nio Stock to have this breakdown here, due to the reason that some of the levels that actually we have already breakout, they are not reached yet, they are not tested. Okay, so for better build up, I believe that it's enough well for the long position term, for actually don't seeking for their profit to be in this week on these days. Okay, but for a long time frame, I believe that it's much important to see what can happen on Neo Stock in case that this level tested and goes back. But for people who actually don't want to take this risk, I suggest them to close their position, and actually they have already benefit of much considerable issue. I believe that maybe it's not exactly at this level, but if someone actually opened this trade at this level that I suggest you, he can have the 20% of the profit of his or for her portfolio, and right now take advantage of this 10%. Okay, it's absolutely enough numbers. I'm glad if someone listen to me and believe in my strategy. But right now, for these people, I suggest them to close their portfolio. But for people who actually would like to see what can happen on Neo Stock, and they would like to wait, I suggest them that it's a good horizontal line here, which actually can mention as a support level. Okay, and I believe that it can be tested. The second scenario, which actually we don't know how the price will gonna go at this pre-market, due to the reason maybe the price it opens on 5.36, but as you recognize right now, if you are distinguishing the price, just jumped some percentage up, and maybe the price will not gonna back at this level that I show you, and the price come here as a support level. And if something like that can happen, it absolutely enough well for us, due to the reason that we can understand it. This level worked not as a resistance level that I showed you some seconds ago, but as a support level. Okay, and as we can understand, it's much important, and it can be much helpful for us to an uptrend again. So don't rush. I'm suggest you to wait to taste this level to see what can happen, due to the reason that something like that can be under control if we have the reach at this price here. Okay, so Nio Stock can be not bothered at this level and can be tested and goes again back. Okay, on this uptrend, and we can actually have a parallel channel again for a second uptrend. Okay, we don't know what can happen exactly on this pre-market. We can actually specify this level how it's gonna work as a resistance, also support. Yeah, but actually we can have this level under control in case that this day here, which actually can goes up on a down, and can understand the structure of this company. Okay, also you can see at this some of the important news that you have to take into consideration before you actually would like to open a trade for an uptrend, or you actually would like to take this short position for this percentage. Okay, on this, for example, 9%, potential 9%. But I believe that it's not it's worthless due to the reason that it's enough risk here. Okay, to take a short position, to go at this level, or to take a long term. Okay, just wait for to see what can happen on this level. But as we can see, constants of these news, there are not so good news, due to the reason that if you are going to check one of them, we have some difficulties. For example, here you are, all of these projected revenues growth, all of the valuation that actually Zach Investment Research have provide us the rank of 4, which actually sell and Nio Stock, and something like that can absolutely influence the Nio Stock. Okay, also Nio would like to produce some batteries from Onvo. Okay, and 3 hours ago we have the going to launch mass-produced EV in May, smaller EV in Europe. Okay, it can be helpful due to the reason that the Neos company right now just go in Europe, in France specifically, and it's much optimistic. It can be helpful for us, but Neos shares down 3%. Okay, so this is the reason that I tell you that this level has much risk. This news, it absolutely have so many potential to influence the stock price, and just wait for people who actually don't even trade or Nio Stock right now. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe our channel to support us. See you next video. Goodbye.